Hi, I'm Charlotte from Living with ME, and today I'm going to share a strategy which I developed. I'm going to call it cognitive pacing. It's something I sort of developed when I was severe. I had a really small amount of usable energy, and I was trying to figure out ways to maximize my really small amount of energy. And at the time, I had a lot of light and sound sensitivity. Um, I was mentally fatigued very easily, so I think a lot of people can relate to that. And hopefully, this is something you might be able to put into your life to be able to maximize your energy. There's two phases to the strategy. Phase one, I figured out that I just needed to have one input stimulus. So by that I mean I really struggled watching TV because I was having to process things visually and audibly. So I was having to watch the screen with my eyes and listen with my ears, and it was too much. Sounds crazy, but I think there's probably people out there that can relate to this. However, I realised if I just used one sensory input, so sometimes I'd listen to podcast and I would do it lying down with my eye mask on. So therefore my eyes were completely resting and the sound was only coming in through my ears. I could do things for a bit longer. And the same visually, like if I wanted to use my iPad to browse the internet or if I wanted to read a bit, if I did it in silence, like so the only input was coming in through my eyes, I could do it more. And so really it was just about having one sensory input. That's phase one. And then I combine it with phase two. Phase two is probably a bit more what you're familiar with in terms of pacing. When I did each activity, I put in rest afterwards. And the crucial thing is I alternate between different types of activity and different sensory inputs. So what this would look like is, say, listening to a podcast for 15 minutes, so using ears, rest for 20 minutes. Then I would read maybe for 10 to 15 minutes. So it's using my eyes, a different sensory input, then rest for 20 minutes. Then I would go back to doing something with my ears, then my eyes, and switch back and forth. Obviously, the times, I just use them for an example, whatever timing works for you. But alternating between activities with a rest in between, I found I was able to do a lot more than just trying to do one activity that maybe had a lot of input coming at me, like TV, or even just trying to read something when there's a lot of talking in the background, or reading and listening to music. No, just don't do it. So yeah, there's my strategy. Hopefully it will help you. If you have any other suggestions or you do something a bit similar, do please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what worked for you.